Comic fam, I have an Absolute Carnage issue number 5, 1 in 200 variant by Ron Lim. Stay tuned to the end of the video to find out how you can win it. We're back again with another list of hot comic books of the week, Russ, and it was a scorcher.
It really, really was. You know, with the Super Bowl happening, there was a ton of great announcements and a lot of good commercials. So I hope you were watching because we got the skinny.
That's right. Hit that subscribe button. We make this video every single week, and this is your daily dose of comic book themed content. You want to be here for the ride. And let's jump into this list at number 10.
Number 10 on the list, we have Thor 371. Now, this is the first appearance of Justice Peace. This was recently a dollar bin book. These are now selling for $10 raw with a high of $40, but that one was signed by Stan Lee.
The Disney Plus teaser showing him in what looks like prison gear, TVA, right on the breast, time, variance, authority. But why Justice Peace? I'm not sure if this is the spec book. He was the character that was introducing the time, variance, authority back in the Thor run, but he wasn't really a utilized character. I think a better spec would be Death's Head, a character that's robotic, scientific, that could go up against maybe Loki, who wields magic. I mean, it makes sense that that would be a better antagonist as far as a mercenary goes. But who knows? People are putting their money behind this comic. Death's Head has an interesting history being released in the UK in the Transformers magazine, issue number 113. Hasbro actually owned the rights, and it took Marvel throwing them in a couple comic books to retain them. Maybe we're going to see him play a role in the upcoming Disney Plus show.
Number 9 on the list, we have another Super Bowl spec. This is West Coast Avengers number 45. This is the first appearance of Vision in a synthesized form, his white form, or as some people would call his ghost form. Now, we saw in the Avengers movie when he got his soul gem removed, he turned white. So this is the first time we get to see Vision in this form.
That's right. Are we going to see a colorless form of the Vision? We know he's being resurrected. Well, members of the community are starting to put their money behind this kind of a homage to the first appearance of Vision back in
I love
Avengers.
this cover.
It's a gorgeous cover, but it's a pretty common book. Dollar bin. You can find them at LCS's. $15 average sale with a high of $129. That's a 589% increase in copies sold.
Now, this is a great time to remind you guys that you need to get the Key Collector app and turn on your key alerts because you're going to find out stuff like this next book.
Comic fam, you got to use those key alerts by making sure that they're on. And if you use code TOM101, well, you're going to get this key information that you need to make these speculation buying decisions. A lot of news comes out, and this is how you can keep up with it. Number 8 on the list, we have Justice Society of America. Alex Ross goodness, issue number 1 from the 2007 series. What's this dollar bin book doing on the list? With $5 average sales and a high sale at $15 and an 1,800% increase in copies sold in 7 days. Well, we have more news about the Black Adam movie. We knew from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, we had Screen Rant reporting months ago that we were going to be able to see the JSA in this up-and-coming movie. Dwayne has been saying we're going to be introduced to the first superhero team that's ever happened.
Right.
Well, now we're getting word from Screen Rant this week that we're going to see Cyclone in this movie. Cyclone, the granddaughter of my favorite android, gives Vision a run for his money.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Well, the granddaughter of this android is featured here for the first time, and it's causing this book to spike.
This is a fantastic book, and while I do love the Alex Ross cover, keep in mind there is also an Eaglesham 1 in 10 variant that is not selling for a whole lot of money either.
Number 7 on the list, we have Lois and Clark goodness happening. They're remaking this show.
They absolutely are, Tom, and that's why we're seeing Superman Convergence number 2 spiking, because Lois and Clark had a son, Jonathan Kent, and this is the first appearance of Jonathan Kent.
That's right, and what makes this super intriguing, because they're rebooting this show, they've announced that they are casting like teenagers, but presumably 2 of them. So first off, Jonathan Kent makes sense because it's the son of them, so that's why this book's spiking, but there's another character. We don't know them for having twins. So is this a new character? Is this a character that we can continue to spec on? We don't know, but we're going to find out soon.
This book is selling solidly for $12 raw, $115 for a graded one, and that's a 1,600% increase over last week.
And then we have another key coming out of the woodwork this week. Number 6 on the list, we have Lois Lane, issue number 8. We thought this was going to happen and did it. This book came out and it landed hard with a $12 average sale. Go hit your LCS. They're probably still there because this book features the first full appearance of the Kiss of Death. And we knew this was coming because in issue number 7 last month, there was a cameo revealed. We found out that Molly wasn't who she appeared to be, revealing underneath a fake face a mask. It looks like a skull, black mask style, and she's been hired to kill Lois Lane. Full appearance happening this week, and it's got reader buzz.
Keep an eye out for the variant for number 8, which is by Kamome Shirahama.
That's right. And also keep an eye out for number 5 on the list because we have another one that is very attainable in those long boxes.
Number 5 on the list, we have Vision and Scarlet Witch number 12, which is the first appearance of the twins.
That's right. We saw in the Super Bowl preview of WandaVision that she creates life for herself. She's building this crazy reality, and we see 2 pacifiers. We even see the bee on the refrigerator. Well, this is the comic book where she has twins, although it was later retconned to make those twins Wiccan and Speed and make them part of the Young Avengers team. Well, back in the 80s, this story played out a bit differently. It's quite a bit darker, but those in the community who are speculating, they're going way back to that issue, the first time she had twins, and it's causing this book to move. $25 average sales with a high at a 9.6 going for $48 and a 700% increase in copies sold.
Number 4 on the list, we have Blue Beetle number 3, which is the reintroduction of Peacemaker, and I think we have a little bit of John Cena to thank for this.
That's right. Blue Beetle number 3 reintroduces the Peacemaker, and Peacemaker has been on Spec Radar for quite a long time, but now that we see John Cena in this like footage from paparazzi, it almost looks like, we also get some footage from like someone who lives above the alley where they're filming Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's looking more and more like we're gonna get this like brutish version of the Peacemaker, not Justice Peace. There's a lot of peace characters on this show today, different person. But I think John Cena may be this character, and this book is a dollar bin that's now hit $8 average sales with a $12 high.
Number 3 this week, Agretsuko number 1. And if you had the opportunity to check out this Netflix series, oh my God, I was shocked. My buddy Mike told me about this, and I'm like, I really want to watch an animated series about a cat that goes and sings death metal karaoke. Go check it out. I knew that this comic was going to hit, and this comic was going to hit hard. $12 right out of the gate for this comic.
That's right. And Oni Press actually released a variant by Troy Little, but weren't these open to order?
Absolutely. You can get both covers in any ratio you want. There was nothing to go, and they're both selling over $10.
Yeah, this is an adult cartoon, and you may not recognize it, but I know everybody knows the company that created it.
Sanrio, the Hello Kitty company.
That's right. They've been in the like animal make into cartoon, make into things you can buy game for quite a long time. And this was their ambitious way to enter the adult cartoon marketplace.
I think this is fantastic because a lot of times when you see Sanrio dipping their toe into the adult market, they do something like Hello Kitty as a Gundam, which, yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's very, very niche. This is the type of thing that with a Netflix series, you can make a big splash.
It's a good show. It's fun.
It
I enjoy
is.
it. All right. Just like number 2 on the list, shout out to Jim's Comics who called some pretty interesting spec this week. We're talking about Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur issue number 28 again.
Now, we talked about this over a year ago. We knew the print run was low, under 6,700 comics. We knew it's the first appearance of Omnipotentus. I mean, really, this book is just crazy. It spiked, and it's going even higher now because of more information uncovered by Jim's Comics.
That's right. $55 average sales, a $300 high at 9.8. That's a 4,800% increase in copies sold. Wow. It's staggering. But what's the spec that he's talking about? Well, in the Thor run by Donny Cates, we see a threat that is looming. Galactus is seeking help. I mean, he makes Thor a herald to help him defend against what is coming.
And what is coming is Black Winter, destroyer of universes.
Yeah, we actually see a bit of that actually take place in Thor issue number 2. And the spec is that, well, Galactus is the eater of worlds, the destroyer of worlds. Well, the Black Winter is the destroyer of universes. Well, if something's going to devour a universe, what is that going to be? Is it an entity? Is it an antagonist? Is it a person? Is it something we've seen before? What? Well, let the spec run wild. I don't know. But taking a look back at this issue number 28, what does it say right on the cover? Devourer of universes, beware omnipotentus. So reason to believe this could be the character, but I want to remind everybody too, back in Thanos issue number 4, we also have the Hunger, who is another version of a devourer of realities. It's this type of loose language that makes the spec game move a little bit. You know, some people are going to put their money behind one character over another, and others are specking that maybe this is more of a event of sorts and not an actual entity. But holy smokes, that's a huge change in prices sold.
It really is for a book that had kind of cooled off for a little bit.
I think that book was selling for under $20 recently.
Yeah.
So, and before we get to number 1, let's remind the comic fam about the mystery mail call, the comic book subscription service that helps support the show, but also gets the community dope comic books every single month. Can you tell the community about the exclusive that we're sending every member in February?
This month, we have a Wolverine number 1, cover price $7.99, variant cover by In-Hyuk Lee. So hot, Old Man Logan and Wolverine snickety-snicked it out. You gotta sign up, link in the description down below.
That's right, comic fam. You know what? We're partnered up with Marvel to make this happen. Join the community. Best comic book subscription in the world, and number 1 on the list. Time Variance Authority. Never thought I'd see this, but you know what? It's spiking. We got Thor 372 hitting the list.
It's a Thor sandwich, number 10 and number 1, talking about the Time Variance Authority. This is absolutely crazy.
That's right. The watchdogs of the time stream. We don't know if Justice Peace is going to be involved, but we do see the Time Variance Authority making an impact. It's the only thing we're seeing in Loki. Thus, a lot of people putting money behind this attainable dollar bin book.
$15 raw, $25 high, and we've seen 60 copies sell in the last 7 days.
60. That's huge for a really affordable book, and one that introduces a group that has gone pretty much unnoticed by every Marvel fan for years. Comic fam, thank you so much for joining us today. Make sure to comment. Let me know what you think about this list. Do you have any of these comics? What are you speculating on? I'll enter you to win this comic book Ron Lim 1 in 200 variant. Shout out to our winners, Jamie Longoria. We're sending you this Alex Ross Fantastic Four issue number 5 1 in 100 variant signed by Alex. And then also Symbiote Dave. Oh yeah, you're going to be winning a full year of Key Collector comics. Thank you so much for tagging us in your randomizer poll.
If you find any value to what we do, hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, make sure you subscribe so you can watch us every single week. We're always putting out fantastic content. And as always, geek responsibly.
Enough said. Ooh, comic fam, you think this list is over, but there are 10 more comics you gotta know. Go check out the Hot 20 list on Key Collector Comics, and then you can check your long boxes and see what you got.